All right, one more time for the St. Johns County Sheriff's Department Color Guard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has come time for us to get started. On this field starting out, we've got our U16 Charlotte Cardinals against our U16 Florida Jaguares. They will be kicking it off here. And then both field 2 will start at 10 a.m. Let's get started.
Parents are here, coaches are here. I interact with the players. They are grown ups already, you know.
Where is that link?
The video?
Yeah. They need to announce that, like where people should go to get that.
You want to find the link?
Yeah.
You just go to search for Floating Tech or I can type this on the page.
Okay.
And then it should be
Under that.
get my phone call?
I was like, someone want to be ball boy? Thanks, ball boy. Yes.
Hello and welcome to the third annual Florida Invitational Rugby Showcase. Up first, we've got the Florida Jaguares U16 against the Charlotte Cardinals U16. And the first kickoff successful, putting them back into the Cardinals 22 meter. And we've got some great ball movement to the other side of the field so far. Strong start from the Cardinals, winning the ball back. And that kick goes out. Looks like we are going to have a line out on the other side of the field.
Out here. Out here. Time. A las 5, Bau, a las 5.
And we get set for the first line out with the Cardinals front lifter having some amazing hair, and the Jaguares get it back over. Oh, but we've got a missed pass there, and there's the knock. And we will be scrumming down the first one of the tournament. And I just want to take this time to thank some of our partners and sponsors. St. Johns County Tourist and Travel for assisting this tournament and getting this wonderful location of Davis Park down here in Nocatee, Florida. Also TSI Cares for not only sponsoring but also serving some wonderful food and snacks here at the field to keep everybody on their toes. And we've got our first good ball out, good ball speed from the Jaguares. And we've got our first back 10. Well, if it was me in this situation, I would definitely try to get it out. It would give you another good chance. A good kick out will get you a good line out here. Oh, and it looks like the Cardinals may be going for points, and they are. Trying to get on the scoreboard early from about 22 meters out. And this is one of the only times in rugby that you'll see the clock stop. And that kick is good. That gets Charlotte on the board, giving them a 3-0 lead. Well, with a rainy start to the week, the tournament has very much so lucked out. We've had some great weather yesterday for setup, some fantastic weather today to get us set up, and we look for a continually clear weekend of nothing but 75 and humid. Oh, we've got a wonderful hit backwards from the Jaguares, and the Jaguares recover the ball, but we've got a whistle here. And it looks like we are going to get another scrum here, going towards the Jaguares.
Stiff tackle, get the legs. Watch short side.
All right, and it looks like we've got some good engagement from Charlotte, and Jaguares get the ball out quick with some good speed. And not fast enough to get it all the way out, but they push in, and they set up a solid ruck. Very dominant today in the rucks, Florida has been. And it looks like the ball has been stolen. Charlotte wins that ruck, and they are on the offensive using their hooker to start the punch. Oh, and we have another whistle. We've got an advantage here. And Charlotte looks like they're probably going to kick for touch here and go for another line out. Oh, and we've got a mark here right off the 10-meter line. Now this is an interesting spot on the field to be dealing with a line out. So we will see how both teams choose to set up. It looks like the Jaguares are planning on keeping the ball for them, as they've got a slight offensive line set up. However, Charlotte, with their wonderful number 1 tear, may be going otherwise. And the ball's up. And it looks like the Jaguares recovered it, but a wonderful defensive ruck from Charlotte. Oh, and it's a solid fight for the ball. Jaguares win it, but he goes in alone with support to show up a few seconds later. And Charlotte definitely holding their own. Oh. We're getting some good progress from the Jaguares with a few solid phases with quick ball movement. We've got a solid pod coming in here. Oh, and they're gaining some meters. Oh, yep, and we've got pass through. Oh, and the 9 keeps it.
What's the knock on, sir? There you go, Aiden.
Nadie en el fondo, no sé si te das cuenta, no patearon una sola pelota.
On him, Brady. Get him out. Hay que hacerle.
Well done.
Go Cardinals.
It's different for each.
Okay.
On that.
Cardinals.
Following me?
And it looks like we're going to be set for another scrum.
Have fun today.
Well, we got a good put in from, oh, and that ball is out quick by Charlotte. Getting it all the way out, but, oh, good save. The outside center from Charlotte having some great hands on that play. And the referee is calling for advantage, not rolling away. And the Jaguares are taking advantage, making some great pace down the field. Stacking 4 guys in that ruck to make sure they don't lose it. The Jaguares doing a great job of sealing their rucks today and getting the ball out. But Charlotte has been all over with their tackles today. So, as of right now, it looks like we are a little over halfway done with this half. We got 20-minute halves today for all of our games, with a few minutes in between. A good line out won by Charlotte. Oh, there's a call. Looks like it was not straight. And the Jaguares selected for a scrum, as they have been dominating the scrum for the past 13 minutes.
Go Cardinals!
Some great power from the Jaguares scrum. The ball is up quick. Oh, but a short pass leads it to a very quick ruck.
Ready, man?
Go Cardinals!
The Cardinals with a quick put in. And another short pass. That has been one of the biggest issues that the Cardinals have been having today. Being able to get the ball out quick from scrums. We'll see if it improves throughout the day. Looks like we may have
Bring the shield.
advantage given. Another blown whistle. Looks like they did not allow enough time to get back 10. And we'll see. We will see if Florida can take advantage. Oh, and they opted to kick for touch. They're going for a close line out here. If I were them, it looks like they're going to try and push them all in. If Florida's successful, they will be able to take the lead before the half ends. So this is a crucial phase for Florida. And with Florida's substantial size difference. Oh, and there's the maul. Oh, and a solid push through. Oh, and they roll off. Oh, and Charlotte defends. Oh, and there's a knock. Florida may have another shot here. Oh, and they're running through. Oh, and he opts to keep it. And we're going to have looks like a 5-meter scrum. Now trust me, speaking from experience, this is every forward's dream right here. Florida has the opportunity to walk a scrum in. And they have been dominating all day, so we'll see how good their scrum control is here. This is crucial for them to get points on the board as we only have 3 minutes left in the half. Oh, and the Cardinals on the defense, keeping them out of the try zone. We'll see how long they can last. Oh, with a quick ball out. And Florida has really been stacking their rucks today, trying to make sure they don't lose possession. Oh, we have a great pushback from Charlotte. A little dangerous there. We want to try and keep the legs down in our tackles.
That's it, good stick.
From the scrum half straight to the hooker. And Charlotte is keeping them out of their 5-meter line. The line speed on Charlotte has dramatically improved.
Nice boys, nice boys.
And Charlotte with another fantastic tackle. They are doing everything they can to keep them out. Oh, we got a little bit of space here for their outside center, and he finds a gap. Oh, not going down quite yet, and Florida gains a couple crucial meters. Oh, and a hard run from their 8-man. Oh, and some slow ball out from the scrum half. Some hard hits coming out of this U16 game. Charlotte doing a wonderful job of keeping the Jaguares out of the try zone. And a huge break for Charlotte. With only 30 seconds left in the half, Charlotte has managed to keep the Jaguares out. And is looking, and Charlotte goes to kick for touch. Looks like they will have time for one more, as they almost tried to hit us up here in the booth.
Come on, boys, full energy out there, let's go.
Both teams trying to catch their breath as this half was almost to the end. All right, looks like we've got time for one more line out. Let's see what Charlotte can do with it. And the Jaguares win it back. And down the line it goes. Almost to the wing. Oh, and he is not going down easy. Oh, and a good counter ruck. Whistle blown by Rob Leach. And the ball goes back to Charlotte for a back 10. And that is half, with Charlotte Cardinals U16 up 3-0. We'll see how Florida can start off their half in just a few minutes.
Mark's coming to take a picture for us. Look at all of our shirts.
I remember.
Not gonna lie, I just totally forgot every rule.
And we are back with the Cardinals kicking off to the second half of Charlotte versus the Florida Jaguares U16. We had a wonderful first half with some fantastic rucking, some very dominant scrums by Florida, and some very tough defense within the 10-meter line from Charlotte. We'll see if they can keep it up. And a great opening run by Florida with some fantastic support, running straight into that Charlotte line. And Charlotte really showing some great form on those double tackles. And we've got our first kickoff from Florida. A solid catch, and he gets rid of it. And he makes some meters with the ball keep going on a wonderful offload. But Florida's got him held up. Oh, but Charlotte can get it down. Oh, and it looks like we've got a whistle blown, probably diving over the ruck. And Florida lines up to kick. Oh. And right there, about the 30-meter line, Florida will have their first line out of the half. That ball had gone a little over to the left. You would have seen the 50-22 rule, a very interesting addition by USA Rugby last year, which would allow for a lot of gain to be ground by Florida. If you kick the ball from past the 50-meter line and it goes past the 22-meter line, then you get a line out all the way back at the 22-meter. And in situations like this where Florida needs to get some points on the board, provides a great opportunity for a maul or a solid push-in. And Florida getting the ball to the other side of the field quick, but we've got another whistle. And our first scrum of the half. Looks like the Cardinals have made some changes to their front row. The front row being arguably the most important spot of the scrum. They're responsible for keeping it steady and providing a lot of good surface area for the rest of the pack to push. Oh. Rob Leach unhappy with that first scrum bind. Sometimes you'll see one of the two props won't get bound correctly and the ref will call it immediately. Oh, and with a weak side run, Charlotte makes some ground off their 8-man. Charlotte really relying on their forwards today, with Florida trying to play the backline game. A classic clash of offense. Oh, Charlotte unhappy with the call. And their fly half lines up. And kicks for touch. Again, almost hitting us in the booth. We should just put a target up here. And the ball goes out right before the center line. Charlotte having a tough time with lineups today. We'll see if they're able to maintain possession through this. This is a great spot in the field for them to be able to get the ball out wide and use their winger to get some meters. But Florida's been tough on the defense with all of those set plays, so we will see where they can get. And Charlotte throws it to the back, but Florida shuts it down immediately. Oh, and Florida steals the ball with some great ball movement. Oh, and we've got another knock backwards, and possession goes back to Charlotte, but they are deep in their own territory. And it looks like the ref is going to sort it out. Well, it looks like we had a knock. And the Jaguares once again taking advantage of this opportunity. All of their set pieces have been fantastic today, so we will see how they utilize this scrum. And Charlotte puts it in, but the Jaguares do a great job turning the scrum, gets kicked out. Nice little box kick by their outside center, and the ball stays in. Oh, but the ref did not like something about it. And he's bringing it back to the side of the scrum. It looks like a back 10. Jaguares with the chance to run the ball in if they can continue to get the ball out wide like they have been. Oh, but their fly half looking to kick. They are going to go for the line out. And a 5-meter line out. Another great opportunity to maul the ball in. The maul being one of the favorite tools of the forward pack, and especially with Florida's slightly larger forward pack, they are going to be looking to utilize that weight with this phase. Oh, and there's the maul. Some quick support from the rest of the line to begin the push. This is the exact same play that Charlotte tried, and the Jaguares get it. They get their first 5 points up on the board to take the lead with a fantastically executed maul. That would be hard for anyone to defend. Oh, and he's lining up his kick. This is anyone's first conversion of the day, so we'll see how this young man's kicking prowess is. These kicks from the corner are always tough, but doable. And it's up. And it's good. Florida up 7-3 with a wonderful kick from Florida's fly half. He made easy work.
I think it's that one. I think. Oh. I didn't even look. Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Okay.
Hey, Breeze. This guy's talking. You guys got to kick it in. Kick it in. Come on, JJ. Come on, get it. Get it. Get it. Get on it. Something went backwards.
And our first scrum. With the Jaguares put in, they've got a lot of room to run. And the first, a little rough play, but it looks like we are going to have another scrum going towards Charlotte.
Let's go, Brady. Wake him up. Let's go. You need it.
Both teams doing a wonderful job managing their energy. Always a challenge with hot games, especially down here in Florida. The name of the game is energy conservation. Oh, and Florida with a wonderful scrum, and the scrum half bobbles the ball. It looks like Florida can recover, and Florida does. Oh, we got another whistle. And Florida with the back 10. Oh. And that gets changed over to a scrum. With Florida's put in. Florida's done a great job of keeping their scrums very low, very flat, and really providing some great drive forward. A big push. And Florida kicks. Smart decision. Oh, Charlotte bobbles the ball, giving Florida time to come up. Oh, and with a huge tackle in Charlotte's area. Florida trying to take advantage. Some rough play around the ruck. And Florida wins the ball back with a huge kick and recovery. Florida's going to try and keep this momentum up. And out to Florida's back line, but we have a penalty. Sometimes with busy rucks like that, it's tough to see exactly what the referee sees. However, they are the professionals. And Florida with the back 10, we'll see. Most likely going for a kick for touch. Try and move down the field a little bit and use one of their set pieces to punch it in. And with a great kick from Florida's fly half, it looks like they will be about 10 meters out from the try zone. Another interesting spot for lineouts. Some teams will prefer to try and get them all and then get the ball out to their back line. Or a lot of teams will also attempt to get the ball out to their back line. Oh, and Florida goes for the maul again. And close to punching it in. And we've got another penalty on the 1 meter line. And it looks like Charlotte gets the ball back. Another great break for them. And Charlotte with the goal line dropout. This is always a tough place for any team to be, but looks like Charlotte's going to go for the kick to touch, and it is out just before the 10 meter line. And Florida with the line out again. And Charlotte's back 10 with just a few minutes left in the game. This is going to be a crucial possession for them to try and punch some points in. Oh, but Florida wins the ball back. Florida's defense has been smothering today. This being their third steal of the game. And with Florida within 15 meters of the try zone, they're going to try and punch one more in for the decider. Oh, and Florida's going for points. If Florida makes this, it will become a tie game if Charlotte can get another try. But with being on this side of the field, that is a big if. Charlotte's had some trouble getting ball movement today. And this is a very smart decision by the Jaguares fly half. And the kick is up, and it is no good.
Go Cardinals!
The wind being a little hard to gauge on that kick. Looks like we've got a meeting with the ref from Charlotte. Referees in rugby are famous for their communication with players and teams to make sure that everybody is following rules and making sure that everybody understands the rules. So always a happy sight to see. And Florida is going for the kick again. So far, this fly half has been 1 for 2 on his kicks. Today, we'll see if he can go 2 for 3. And the ball is up. And it is good. That makes it Florida 10, Charlotte 3. With time dwindling down in this game. Going 2 for 3 today. Florida's fly half doing an excellent job. And with this game closing out, Charlotte gets the ball up. Nope. And a little tough luck over there for both teams, and that is it. Florida walking away with the big win over Charlotte, 10-3 to open up the tournament. That was a well-played game by both teams, but Florida edging them out with a dominant scrum and some fantastic ball movement to their backs, but Charlotte, a tough defense. We look forward to seeing both of those teams play throughout the day, with both teams having one game left. But again, Florida Jaguares U16 10, Charlotte Cardinals U16 3. For those of you just joining us, we want to welcome you to the 3rd annual Florida Invitational Rugby Showcase, presented by the St. Johns County Tourist Development Council. We've had a great U16 match, but next we are excited to keep the day moving. On our schedule for today, we've got the Wando Warriors against the Florida Jaguares U19 team. Wando coming down here from the Carolinas and the Florida Jaguares coming up from South Florida to meet in the middle and battle it out. Both teams with some great talent. So this U19 Wando versus Florida Jaguares game will kick off in just a few minutes. We'll be back.
It would make sense if it was 11.
Esto es la 19.